Je suis content parce qu'on gagne un peu de temps.
I'm happy because we've gained a bit of time, and by saving time, I imagine that we will find a solution to the problem. It's a victory for the people living at this encampment under Montreal's Ville-Marie Expressway. A judge granted an injunction on Monday that prevents them from being evicted until June 15th. The previous injunction had halted Transport Quebec from making repairs on the infrastructure here between Atwater and Guy, but now the parties have come to an agreement to allow work to go ahead in areas not close to the encampment without displacing those living in these tents.
And it's a victory because it gives us time to find a human solution which respects the human rights of these people.
Many of the people living in the tents have been there for months, like Michel Chabot, who has been under the highway for almost a year.
On est une quinzaine de campeurs quand même, là.
We are about 15 campers. We cannot put 15 people on the street like that. Already there is a pregnant woman in all this. You can't kick people out like that. Work to repair the Ville-Marie Expressway, not far from the encampment, had been put on pause when the eviction was initially halted last fall. When the work resumes, the agreement is that it will be isolated.
There are going to be barriers, cement barriers, and fences also that will be erected to make sure that these zones are very circumscribed and that are not made accessible to anyone else but the workers, and also to protect the security of the homeless people living in the encampment.
In the long term, the hope is to find permanent homes for the people living in this encampment. Advocates working with Montreal's homeless population launched a petition urging the Quebec government to find the necessary funding to provide the housing.
From the perspective of Resilience Montreal, we're happy to negotiate a housing solution with the government of Quebec. Unfortunately, to date, there has been little real effort on their part to engage in such a negotiation.
La solution idéale, ça serait...
The ideal solution would be to have a subsidized apartment. I am a sick person. I need help. I can't get out of this. I tried. I can't get out of it. If permanent homes are not found for this homeless community, lawyers representing the group will be back in court on May 30th to potentially extend the injunction until July 15th.
I'm going to continue working on it, that we get a space for us, the real space, so that I can get out of this.
In Montreal, Gareth Madoc-Jones, City News.